Good morning, welcome back to the vlogs. My name is Rosie. It is currently Saturday morning, it's about 9 a.m. and I am so tired. I didn't sleep enough last night. Anyway, today we are going to the city palace, the Hawa Mahal or something, and then potentially also the star thing. As you can see, I'm fully awake and I know exactly what I'm talking about. But anyway, Jeremy's just ordered a tuk-tuk taxi which should be here any second. But yeah, I'm excited, so let's get going. Okay, so first up is the Hawa Mahal, which is basically that beautiful pink building you might have seen on Instagram, where they built it so that the royal ladies could sit and watch the street performance without people seeing their faces. I'm pretty sure that's correct. So we've come kind of round the back. I think it's about, is it 50 rupees each?
That's what it says, yeah.
So we think this one's going to be a quick visit, so we thought we'd get this one done and maybe the other one, and then go to the city palace so that when we're done at the city palace we can just go home, because I'm a bit tired today. Anyway, I'll show you what we're looking at. So like I said, this is kind of round the back. I'm not sure if we go up there or down there, but it's definitely busy down. Okay, get tickets here and then we'll go in. But there's a couple of shops and it's pretty quiet so far, which is nice. Okay, so the ticket was actually 200 each for tourists, not 50. I think 50 is the local price. So it's 200, which is about €2 basically. So this is the Chandropoli gate apparently. And then you can see the building behind up there. That's the one that is like famous to go to. So this is a bit of information about the Hawa Mahal, so if you want to pause that and read it you can do. Otherwise, let's go inside. Okay, so this is the first courtyard that we've come to. There's some water in the middle and then there's sort of like a taster, I guess, of what the building looks like. There's also people here playing music and singing. I'm just going to go and show you that quickly. Isn't that just absolute perfection? It's so beautiful. Let's have a look at this door closer. It is beautiful. Oh, and that one as well. It's so pretty. Okay, so we've come up a floor. Oh, I just banged his head. We've come up a floor and this is where the royal ladies would stand or sit, I guess, and look out of the window and see what was going on down in the street. So there's a window here. Oh my god, that is like the perfect picture. And then there's another one down there. So I was just out there showing you, and then inside here there's more windows, but this time there's like stained glass windows around it, so you can only see that tiny little hole, and then the rest of it's obviously to protect the women that would come and look out the windows, but it's so pretty. And then there's the same on that side, some extra windows that you're going to be able to see. And then this way there is the view of the courtyard, which is beautiful, so you can kind of walk all the way around, and then there's water down there and that's where we just were. And then in the distance back there, I've just zoomed in, that's the fort from yesterday. So if you haven't seen that vlog, you can go ahead and watch it. So this is one of the windows here. You can close it, and then if you open it, it's this beautiful shape. And then through there is the city and the street below. So this is where they could sit or stand and watch whatever was going on in the streets. To see it from this angle because I'm dead on with the entrance gate, but then actually the building behind is a little bit on the side, so it's a bit on the wonk, which is fine, but it's not great for my like needing it in line. Okay, then we're going upstairs, and to go upstairs it's basically a ramp, so I guess it's wheelchair accessible, although I would not want to push somebody up here particularly. But we're now going up to the rooftop part. Okay, so we've come up to the next level and this is the views. The details of this building is incredible. It's so pretty. We'll put you on wide angle. Still can't see it all, but you get a better view. And we're going to keep walking through. So on this floor there's more of these stained glass windows, and then we go out this side and it's the same as the other side. So there's kind of this small window and then a couple of windows here. We're still going, still got to go up there. Okay, so we've now come out to this section. We're still not at the very top. And then here there's more windows, more archways. Windy, but this is the view from up here. You can see the fort. I think that's the thing we're going to go to afterwards. And this is the view down where we've just been. I'll pop you on wide angle. And then we've still got to go up there. Okay, so we've come to the top. This is the view, so that's where I just was earlier. You see the beautiful building here, and then the views of the courtyard, the fort, things like that. And then around here. And then these bits are so tiny to get into, like they're so thin. And then if you see there, there's another window there. But it's so cute. So on the way out of here there's a sculpture gallery, so I thought I would show you very quickly what's in here. Got a couple of sculptures there, and then a couple over there, and these gorgeous doors and doorways, arches, and all the way over there as well, and then a couple more. Okay, so we got here at 9:15, it's now 10 o'clock, so we spent 45 minutes in the Hawa Mahal, I think it's called. We're now going to go around to the front and get some pictures from there, because even though the building was nice, I think the best view is from the front. So if you're not bothered about seeing the inside, probably don't pay and just go to the front to take a picture. Anyway, we're going around there now. Okay, so this is the front. I'm going to go down there and try and take a picture, although I think it'll be too close, so I might end up crossing over. And now I understand why that cafe is popular, because you get a really good view of this building. Okay, so next up we are going to Jantar Mantar, which is apparently an old star thing. I honestly don't know what it is. A star observation thingy-majig. Anyway, we've come up to a really beautiful gate with some cows in front, so I thought I would show you. Here's the cows just chilling. But I thought that gate in the back was really beautiful. Okay, so we've now come to the Jantar Mantar. This is the entrance. I need to go and get tickets first. Okay, so to get into the Jantar Mantar for a foreign tourist it's 200, which is like €2, something like that. So the same as the last place. Okay, so Jantar Mantar is a World Heritage Site since 2010. There are guides here at the door if you need somebody to explain. But Jeremy said there's videos on the way around that sort of tells you what's going on, so hopefully there is, because otherwise we're just going to be looking at a load of random shapes and not knowing what's going on. It's cool though, cool spot. Okay, so this is definitely Jeremy's visit. I think he's enjoying this more than me. So for me, it's architecturally interesting. Also got my hat on by the way because it's hot. For me it's like architecturally interesting with all like the random buildings all placed together. But there is actual reasons in terms of like they're all facing north to south so that they can track the sun and the stars and things like that, and figure out like there's a huge sundial to obviously figure out what time it was. Lots of different things that to me don't really make sense and I have no idea how they work. But it's interesting that these were all built in like the 1700s. Something like that. Yeah. So like this one for example, this is facing north to south and so are these side ones, but then there's these like steps all the way down, which we haven't been to that one yet so I don't understand it. And then over there there's these like, I've zoomed in a little bit. It's just like a really interesting place to be. So this one, apparently at midday, when the shadows are, you can sort of see the shadows a little bit long there. At midday it'll go all the way down or something and that'll tell you some information. I have no idea. So Jeremy just explained this one to me. So the sun at sunrise like the shadow here, and then as the sun goes down, obviously there's less and less shadow, so that sort of tells you what time it is if you know how much these increments are. And then here it's midday, and then here it goes to the other side, because obviously the sun will go over there and the shadow will come up here. I don't know why it had to be so big. They surely could have done that in a smaller size. Okay, so these ones are all right because of the big one, but I think they're to do with the star signs, because this one says Gemini on it, so there's probably like an Aries, Sagittarius, things like that. Let me have a look around and see. Yes, that one's Taurus. I can't see. Oh, Cancer. So that one. This one is Virgo. Okay, so this one's Aries. I've taken a little selfie. I'll stick it on the screen. Again, I have no idea what it's all about, but it's interesting. So I've just noticed some of them had pictures. I was like, oh, I didn't see my picture. So this is the Aries picture, which is a ram. That's cool. So this thing, like we said, it's very, very big. This basically does the same thing. So that's 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8, 9, 10, 11, midday. So at the moment it's showing 10:30. It's actually about 11:15. It's a little bit off, but that's a lot more of a manageable size than this big monstrosity here. So I just stood here and listened to a guide talking to other people about what this is, and basically there's two of these, and there's this, I'm sorry it's windy, there's this like wire, and wherever the shadow is, that's what day it is or something. So you can see the shadow down there and then you would read it, and there's steps down here so that people can go down and see the exact spot of where it is. And then there's two of them, because obviously if the shadow is here somewhere, this one kind of complements it and fills in the bits that this one has missing. So that was really interesting actually to learn that. So this is another one that's similar, but this time it's just kind of a whole thing, like it's a whole bowl, and then wherever the shadow hits, that's the information that you need to read. So I'm not entirely sure what the information is, but it's fascinating. Okay, so we spent about an hour in the Jantar Mantar. We are now going to the city palace. We've got people literally crossing the street to like sell us stuff and tuk-tuks and stuff. No, thank you. So we're now going to the city palace. Apparently it's 700 to get in, and then I want to pay a bit extra to go and see basically 4 doors. A bit extra, 20 quid extra. I know it's a lot, it's extortionate actually. Yeah, but I'm only here once and I actually really want to see these doors. You'll know because they're famous on Instagram, but I think they just look beautiful. I'd like to maybe one day if we ever get a house, print a photograph of that and put it on the wall or draw it or something. So I think it's going to be worth paying for. Okay, so actually I just asked there at the ticket people just before we bought our ticket, and I said, can I go and see the Peacock Gate? And there's like a spring, summer, autumn, winter gate, and he said 700. So hopefully I should be able to see it and we didn't have to pay 20 quid extra, so that's good. It's €7 roughly each to get in. Jeremy's just told me we got our ticket at 11:11, so that means that the stars are aligned and that we are doing what we're supposed to be doing where we're supposed to be doing it. Do you feel inner peace and I don't know what? No. Look, there's a pink car. Go to get a picture there. Jeremy. Okay, so first thing, we are greeted by a wonderful courtyard with a building in the middle. It's offices, so we can't actually go inside, but it is beautiful here. I've already been taking some photographs, so I thought I would come on and talk to you as well. But like these doorways, for example, absolutely love that. And then also this view I thought was beautiful as well. Like I just love the scalloped edge archways. That's like, whenever I get a house, I'm going to be doing that. Just you wait. Okay, so we just went in the textile gallery, which we weren't allowed to film or photograph in there at all, but it was incredible. They had 4 different rooms, I think maybe more, 4 to 6 different rooms with old fabrics and textiles in there, like pajamas and dresses and like royal clothes. Absolutely incredible textiles, like so amazing, so many stitches, so beautiful, the colour combinations, the gold, the silk, like just absolutely loved it. Would highly recommend going in there, even if you're not a textiles person. Jeremy's here like shaking his head like,
if you're not a textile person, this is boring.
Oh my god, it's not boring, it's incredible. Oh, I think that's grounds for divorce, I'm just saying that. It was absolutely beautiful, really loved it. So we've now got to decide whether we go that way. There's a museum shop Friends of the Museum, and I can't read the middle one, or that way looks more enticing, but I guess we'll go this way first. Okay, so this way we're going to the museum shop, the galleries and the Friends of the Museum, so I'll let you know what it's like in here. Okay, so we just came out of the gallery section that I told you we were going into. No photographs, no filming again, so I wasn't able to show you anything, but there's basically, how many would you say, like 15 different sellers. Some people selling perfumes, some people selling jewellery like bangles and earrings and things, but mostly, oh, and also a couple of people selling fabric. Mostly it was people selling paintings, and absolutely beautiful. It's like huge paintings of like lions or like the Taj Mahal or Indian women or things like this. But then also there's got like really small ones that you can take home like for tourists, and like A4 size, bigger. A lot of drawings of a lot of drawings of peacocks, of elephants, of buildings, of people, just really beautiful stuff. And I was saying to Jeremy, like, if I had a house, 100% I'd be buying at least 2 or 3 of those to take home. They also had somebody selling carpets actually as well, like little rugs and stuff, so it's kind of like one of the places had like tat, like, you know, tourist tat, so it's kind of like a glorified, like nicer tourist shop, and I'm sure the prices are elevated because we're in the King's or the City Palace, so I'm pretty sure you could find the same things somewhere else for about a quarter of the price, I am sure. But nonetheless, really cool to look around, really beautiful, amazing work, amazing details. And we're now going to walk through the more decorated gate that was over there. Now come to this courtyard. I'm not entirely sure how much there is to see here, to be honest, but we're still walking around, and I guess we're going to go in that middle section first and see what's in there. But it looks like they're repainting it and keeping it looking nice. So we've now come to this room, which is very noisy, but it's a bit like a hall, and there's chandeliers and paintings on the ceilings and the walls, lots of columns. So I'm stood almost in the middle here, and you can see there's like the pink buildings outside. It's just incredible, so pretty. And like there you can see the outside. Oh, it's lovely, but they're redoing it, so there's like scaffolding and people painting and things. Okay, so these jars are quite interesting. There's some information here, so if you want to pause it and read it, you can do. But basically it's believed to be the largest silver vessels of its kind in the world. They were made to hold water from the River Ganga. They were cast in silver for when the Maharaja went to the 1902 coronation of King Edward VII. And it was made by 14,000 silver coins that were issued by the State Treasury. A wooden mould was made, and then the sheets of silver were put around there. And apparently they hold 400 gallons or around 2,000 litres of water. So that's amazing. Okay, we are now in the courtroom that we paid for with these 4 different doors. Like, this is what I wanted to come here for. One of them's being painted, so that's a shame, but I'm definitely going to be taking pictures of the other ones, and it's not too busy, which is lovely, so I should be able to get pictures without people in the way. Woohoo, that's exciting. Okay, so this is the first one that's currently being painted, so you can't see it properly. I'm just going to get a little bit closer so I can show you. But it's absolutely beautiful. Okay, it's currently 12:15 on a Saturday and it's empty here. Like, you can see there's no big queues, so definitely come here for midday, I think, because most people aren't here because it's hot as shit. Also, For that one over there, I snuck behind the red barrier and sat on it, and he was like, and then I took like 2 pictures and someone came in and was like, you're not allowed to do that. So that's fine, but there's the other one over here, which is the peacock one, which is like one of the famous ones, and there's, oh no, and there's not. I thought there was a queue of people waiting to get a picture, but there's not, that's fine. But it is beautiful. There's 4 doors, like I said, one of them is currently being made over and like reconstructed or painted or something, so you can't go to that one, but the other 4 are here. And the peacock one you can get close to, which is good because that's a really cool one. So then this is the peacock one, and this is also the entrance where people come in, so to get a picture you're going to have to be quick because people are going to be walking through. But it's so incredibly detailed. I'm just going to get a bit closer. So you can see the peacock paintings up there. And then here there's these like 3D peacocks. It's so cool. So this section is also currently really quiet, so you'll be able to get some pictures here without anyone behind. It's very noisy because of the music, I apologise, but I think if you're just patient, and obviously depending on what time of day you come, it's currently like midday like I said, it isn't too busy, so yeah, it's lovely. Okay, we've just been in the Sabah Niwas, which is basically a room. I'll pop a picture on screen if I can find it online. Really beautiful, loved it. Oh, there's parasols up there. Yeah, just saying there's parasols up there, you should be able to sit up there. Really beautiful room. I will put a picture on screen if I can find it, but we're still walking around. It's 12:30. I'm getting like starving Marvin. I'm kind of done, but I don't know how much more there is to see, to be honest, so we'll keep walking around and see. Okay, so we are in the tuk-tuk and we're going to go to Jantar Sweets, which is where we went yesterday for lunch. I really enjoyed it because the food wasn't too spicy, which I found sometimes when we eat it out. I don't always eat a lot and I'm hungry, so I kind of want something that I know I can eat and will be delicious. So we're going to go there, and it's also only like a 10-minute walk then back to our hotel, which is perfect. But really enjoyed the city palace. I'm glad we only paid the 700. I think if you were to do the whole interiors and everything, it costs like 45 euros each. Plus I think you'd be in there like the whole day. So anyway, glad to be going home and getting some food. So we've come for lunch. We've had 2 samosas, like 1 samosa each. I got one of these again. Jeremy got a lassi. And we got a dosa, and it's absolutely huge. Like, that's the size of my hand. Oh my goodness. So it's a couple of weeks later and I'm currently editing this video, and I realised that I didn't close it off. So the next set of footage, we went back to Hawa Mahal, I think it was called, the big pink building. We went back there at night time to see what it looked like all lit up. So there's some of that footage. We then went to a temple with incredible interiors. The ceiling was painted all different circles and it was beautiful. And then we walked around past a market. We walked past, I'm just kind of scanning now. We went to a temple where the music was insanely loud. There was lots of banging, lots of shouting, lots of singing. So that's in there as well. We went and got a cane sugar juice drink as well. Looking at all the fabrics, we saw some sort of party, maybe like a wedding party, something like that. But basically the next footage that you're going to see is all of that. Now, the footage from Hawa Mahal and the temple, I did add some music, but then after that I didn't. It's just the raw sounds of India. And I did that on purpose just so you could hear like the people singing, you can hear the bells ringing, you can hear the like horns on the motorbike, you can hear people talking, and you can kind of get an idea of what it's actually like to walk through India. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed making it. I also really enjoyed the photography as well. So let me know in the comment section if you enjoyed the photographs, and I hope to see you back here for more of our travel videos. Bye!
साड़ी नहीं